Okay, so I think we got a quorum here. Rob's not present. Steven's not present. And I'll just kind of list off just for the recording. Nate, Jason, myself, Jeff, Aaron, Mike Powell, Michael Kruger, and Phoebe Ferguson are present. Let's go into the meeting minutes from last month. Does anyone have any questions? Can I get a motion to approve the minutes?
I'll motion to approve.
I'll second.
Okay. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, say nay. Passed unanimously. Okay. I guess I'll just address real fast, kind of just a recap of what we talked about instead of going into detail. But so kind of the three hot topics that we had talked about: pandemic impacts to the Big Sky Geocon, MAGIP's role in future legislations, and then amending the bylaws to reinstate the voting privileges for the MAGIP through next year's elections. Today we mostly went through the work plan. We did some breakout sessions on the conference, member development, technical. So I think overall, I think we had a really successful strategic planning event, and I thank you all for coming. Really appreciate it. So, Michael or Mike, do you want to say anything with National Public Lands Day report? I know you were there for the county, and then Michael and I were for the membership.
For the county. I didn't go in it with high expectations, so I was actually pretty pleased with it. I mean, I guess the turnout wasn't spectacular, but I thought it was pretty good. I thought there was some good attendance there, and first time I was at the Audubon Center, so I didn't realize how behind and there it was.
Yeah.
And, but I thought it was pretty good. There was a lot of swag, and I was getting a phone call. So
ton of giveaways.
Yeah.
Well, I think they were going to do it Monday. Well, yeah, today I guess when they got back to the office. So yeah, maybe.
I didn't get any phone calls. So yeah, there was a ton of swag, a ton of giveaways.
Like most of that was from base camp.
Base camp.
Yep.
And but I thought it was good. I would probably do it again next year. I think it was worth it. Just get the county GIS, get their name out there a little bit, Yeah, I thought it was fine.
Yeah,
it's a little hot, but
yeah. On the one side that they put us on the southeast facing side of the pavilion there, or the center, Audubon Center. And then yeah, Michael and I were there for the MAGIP booth, so I brought the banner and a bunch of our swags. We did hand out some notebooks and got rid of some of our battery pack things. And
We're the only ones with the TV.
Oh yeah, Michael brought over his 50-inch TV or whatever that was, a monster. Yeah, Michael was hiding behind it.
He was showcasing stuff from the gallery.
Yep.
That Jason talked about.
Yeah, yes, we had a pretty good runner on that, and there was quite a few web applications. Well, yeah, and then Mike, you had some maps that some printout maps.
Yeah, print out maps that we showed for some public lands that are out in the county that I didn't even know about.
Yeah,
my coworkers knew about. And
yeah,
wanted to get them out there.
Yeah,
great idea. So
that was kind of a hit amongst the public too. I mean, what public doesn't like paper maps? So it's always a good thing to feature within these public days.
Sold a couple books too.
Oh, you guys sold a couple, huh? Yeah, map books,
yeah.
Cool.
That's exactly what they're for. Yeah.
Yeah, we were right next to a booth of the gal. She was teaching at the Audubon Center, right? We have some preschool teacher, and she does upper grades too, but they essentially teaching them about the land values and ethics and
leave no trace.
Yeah, and so she really scales her curriculum to the class or the age that she's teaching too, because I think she does teach to a little older crowd as well. So
good beer.
Oh yeah, U.S. Forest Service was there, did a bear education. That was kind of
I
cool.
think that was the star of the show.
Yeah, right at the end. Yeah.
And then like the trailer was really cool. Kids got to practice bear spraying.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah, City of Billings was there too. City of Billings GIS. So, okay, that pretty much does that. I think we talked about mending bylaws with the MLAC position. I would entertain a motion for at least our support of going forward with this. Obviously, this would be a amending of the bylaws through next year's elections, but I guess I would want to know how much you are in support of that. I think for the gist of our conversations yesterday, most of you were. So I would entertain a motion to either in support or 86 and amending the bylaws.
and I would say for the motion too is, as past president, I need to oversee the election, so I'll work with, if it's supported by the board, getting that language changed, running it by Jeff, others review.
And then that doesn't happen until the next election?
Yeah, so
Oh,
next
June.
next May.
Yeah.
Okay.
May.
It'd be ratified potentially in June.
Yeah.
We would take the results and then we need to ratify that at a board meeting.
Yeah.
If they were.
Yeah,
Well, I have
it's,
motion to support it, for sure.
okay.
Yeah, I would second that motion.
Okay.
To support.
Yeah, support amending the bylaws through next year's elections. Yep. So all those in favor of amending those bylaws to next year's election, say aye. Aye. Any opposed, say nay. Okay, motion passed, other than Rob and Stephen absent. So one thing, I think most of us have kind of gathered the value of in-person meetings kind of just at the strategic planning alone. I did put this on so we could quickly talk about the location for our, if we want to have a in-person quarterly meeting in January. I think it'd be a good time to jumpstart that. And I think with most of us being in Helena, I think that would probably be a good location. I was thinking either Bozeman or Helena. But does anyone else have any kind of comments about, getting back to in-person meetings?
Overnighter, like this is?
No, it's
just people getting together for a couple hours.
Yeah, it's usually from, we'll usually do a lunch, we'll pay for a lunch. And then we'll just try to convene at the location by 11 o'clock or something like that, 10 or 11, and go for a few hours. Yeah. But one of the things that there's several things I think that we could talk about at the January meeting that would be well worth our time extending it just beyond just the normal hour. And it's something we've previously done before the pandemic. We would have 3 in-person meetings outside of the conference, and then our 4th one would be at the conference itself. So
And then this counted as one too, right?
Yeah. So I guess 2. Yeah, so 2 outside of the conference and strategic planning. Yep. But this was, I guess you can kind of consider this a quarterly meeting. But yeah.
I would say, do we have any current board members in Bozeman? Who live in Bozeman?
See, that's the thing about Bozeman is all of us would be traveling there.
I feel like Helena's probably that way. If someone could facilitate meeting space for us, if it's in their office or whatever that would be.
Yeah, I don't think
Either that or Billings, which everybody would have to travel. That Mike or myself could easily get us space.
Yep.
All right.
It would be my thoughts.
Yeah. We do have a connection with City of Bozeman. I think they would be welcome to, and I think you guys have had board meetings at City. Was that City of Bozeman or was that Gallatin County?
We did, but Jenny was there and facilitated it.
Yeah.
Worked with Frank. It's going to be easier for someone to be
Yep.
there.
Yep.
Yep. It would work, I'm sure, if we wanted to get in touch with City of Bozeman and stuff too.
Yeah.
I would say Billings or Pelham.
Being in In January, I'd vote for Ben.
That's the other component. Travel's a little sketchy, but
That's,
part of it.
yeah, but that's fine too.
Can carpool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the last in-person one we had was in Bozeman. The last time
That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
I think that was even before I even got on the board.
yeah, so,
I agree with Mike about the whole idea that somebody from the board should be in that town, or we should have somebody from that town, you know, so to help facilitate, you know, getting space and everything like that.
Yeah.
I'm all for the hell no.
Yeah, just-
Feelings.
yeah, leveraging, so not everybody needs to travel,
Right.
I think is good.
Okay. Yeah, this doesn't necessarily need to be a board decision today, but I think if we're leaning towards Helena, that maybe the good route to go.
All of them to be in the same location.
The what? No. January's meeting will
Okay.
be in Helena. So
I know that, you know, we did have meetings, you know, Jeff, to your point, I guess, touring our perspective conference. You know, we had one of our meetings in Missoula at the Holiday Inn.
Yeah, I was just gonna say you could do it at the Grand Tree.
I guess I didn't think of that. But I mean, we could do the next quarterly meeting then at the Grand Tree too.
And that kind of worked out nicely because then the whole board got to see the space.
mhm.
I think we're all pretty familiar with Grand Tree, but
Yeah, probably.
I've never been there.
really,
Yeah, and I don't think Nate or Aaron have been either. So
And did they give us the meeting space for free, Holiday Inn? If we didn't have to give them money, maybe.
I think we just paid for some catering. Yeah, I don't think they charge us for that room. We'll have to go.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
And did
That's
we-
probably why you brought it up.
Did we do that? in
not
January?
necessarily, but
What's that?
Was that one in January, do you remember? What time of year it was?
I want to say it was the fall before the conference. So like nowish, right? Because we did, so that year we did the strategic planning session in the spring, which was at that church camp.
Oh, okay.
And then we met in the fall at the Missoula, the Holiday Inn. The conference planning committee met, like Brian Anderson came down,
Yeah, I think you're right.
Jerry was there, you were there. And then, of course, it got canceled, so.
well, I mean, we can talk with the Grand Tree. You know, that's, I guess that would be one way. I mean, it's a little early, but you know, I
Yeah.
think obviously, I think we're obviously hoping Jenny, and I think she expressed interest of being the chair. You know, she can obviously be there, and
Are you talking about the January meeting?
yeah, maybe. I mean, if they're going to offer that.
The rest of those, sorry, I just wanted to make sure, the rest of those meetings that are the Zoom or, so
Yeah, Zoom.
you're just talking about that quarterly.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, and that's always been the thing where our monthly 1 hour meetings have always been on Zoom or GoToMeeting. Yeah, and I think Emiliac, I think they were tentatively wanting to get back to in person, so it'll be. And actually, I don't think they even have a January meeting. I think they skipped from November straight to the conference. The April meeting, so. Okay, I think that pretty much wraps it. I'll take a motion to adjourn. You guys aren't excited to adjourn?
I'll make a motion.
Second that.
Second that. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed, say nay. All right. Meeting over.
Great session, everyone.
yeah.